And welcome to part 2 of Let's Play Power Rangers for the Game Gear. We are starting on stage 4 with the Dragon Zord, and immediately we go into the Zord. And as you notice, I've chosen Jason to stay consistent with the story. So, this was the episode Green with Evil 5, where, you finally fight Tommy one-on-one, and he joins your team. It's just pretty simple. We just fight. And right now, Dragon Zord's taking it to me. But I do eventually come back. And I know I spam the hell out of drop kicks. But when they're dazed, I just hit him with a suit like the super. His power sword takes up a bunch of damage. But I'll tell you this: the Dragon Zord, when he has a combo, he'll rush you and then do his like tail drill, and it does damage. That's just like most powerful move. And then from a distance, I can swipe the sword just for finisher. Now to the final battle between Jason and Tommy. The only time when Jason beat Tommy. Sorry, I like Tommy. He's like the, how should I say, the Akaret of Power Rangers. If you're gonna have an anniversary show, you gotta bring him. Then I almost had a perfect on here. That's when when Green Ranger did his Hadouken. That's when I messed up, but I would have had a perfect on him. Never really got a perfect in this game. But I digress. But in the Sentai footage, Tommy, or Burai, was the Red Ranger Geki's brother, and he had hate in his heart. And once that hate disappeared, his sword disappeared, and he became good, and he joined the Zoo Rangers. Now we're moving on to stage 5. After stage 4, you unlock the Green Ranger. Now here's a little interesting fact. The monster, Dora Turtle, or Shell Shot, basically made the Yellow Ranger run. Boy, his name was Boy, because in the Japanese version, it was a man. That's why, when they used stock footage, they didn't have a skirt. So yeah. So, that was the reason why, because, like, the monster made the Yellow Ranger run non-stop throughout the episode. So, a little nod to the Sentai. But in this stage, this is where difficulty spikes a little bit. As far as, like, the putties appearing. Like, they'll just hit you once and then disappear. Hit you once, disappear. And then they'll jump in with their, like, knee attack that you can't hit them out of, like right there. So you gotta back up and hit them. And they'll hit you, then, like, if you can't get a hit quick in, they'll disappear. But usually if you defeat a putty, you get your energy back. It's more like an endurance. Right. We won't need that much. Now we're fighting Shell Shock. Like, his attacks are like, baseball bat. That's like, he can freeze you. And he tried to do it in, like, when we get big. But as long, it's like I said, it's just like a plain fighting game. It's not like a action beat 'em up. But this is, like, very good for the Game Gear. I always enjoyed playing it. Now, since I got him dazed, I just hit him with a super move, and he's gone. Now, after you unlock Tommy, you do have the choice of choosing your Zord. Megazord, Dragon Zord, or Dragon Zord in fight mode. In this case, I've chosen the Dragon Zord. I tried to showcase every Zord in action. And yeah, Cell Shock nearly kicked my ass in this playthrough. So yeah, he ended up throwing me a lot. Dragon Zord is just, his moves were just too, how should I say? I wouldn't say jumpy, but you have to be in certain spots so to pull them off. And not to mention the fact I keep throwing him out there, my timing is off in this. Like, he shot me with his gun and I hit him with my missile. You know, I always call it the Dragon Zord like a Mecha Godzilla clone, because that's who it reminded me of. Mecha Godzilla, especially when it was evil, when it came out the water and would like bite off like the thing on the planet that looked like a candy cane. I always thought the Dragon Zord was cool. Like, usually I try, but I tried to corner him. Every time I did that move, he would always throw me. Like I said, this fight took on a little longer. He dazed me, so that means he got a free hit on me. And like I said, miraculously, I just came back and I just kept him in the corner. But alas, I win. Stage clear. Now for the next 2 stages, I choose the Green Ranger. Now this monster I know nothing about Sentai wise or show wise. I tried to find them, couldn't find them. So now the only difference is with Green Ranger is he doesn't have the Sword of Darkness anymore. He doesn't have an extra move, but he still has his Hadouken, he still has his Hurricane Rana, and he has the dagger move from Trini. Alright. But that's all you need. But that Sword of Darkness move up close, it does mega damage. And now the putties are tougher. Now in this part of we'll get to it later, but Goldar will swoop in, so I'm trying to move to the middle of the stage so I can hit him. He'll just swoop in and send putties that will, like, you know, jump in and hit you. That way, you know. And I always tried to hit Goldar. I was like, why am I not hitting this guy? And then I just figured it out. And Goldar would just, you know, attack you as a sub-boss. This time, like I said, I chose Tommy because Tommy always like held his own against Goldar. Even when he was white, Tommy kicked his ass. So I wish I had the song, you know, Go Green Ranger, but maybe next LP I'll put that on there. But now that you chase Goldar off, you get more putties to fight. And they just jump in, and here's the monster, Polludicorn. I don't know what his gimmick was, or was he supposed to do pollution? But basically, he's just a evil bird. We have to kick his ass. But you know, I don't see how unbeatable. He's unbeatable because look, I'm taking it to him, and it's not because I'm Tommy. And he's dazed, so I just hit him for mega damage. Boom. Hit him with the Hurricane Rana. But now that he's gone, I just finish him off with the Hurricane Rana. No, I'm not Rey Mysterio. Unbeatable my ass. So I choose the Dragon Zord in battle mode. Now in the Sentai show, in the American show, this Zord was so underrated and underused, but they were limited to stock footage. So I just pick him, and he has a pretty cool moveset. So I do like using him. And I got thrown. Like, he has that Shoryuken. I didn't know what that was, and then I started playing Street Fighter. I was like, oh, cool. Then he has this fireball where, you know, if you jump in it. Perfect for a monster like him. Keeps him back. but you know, timing's everything. Yeah, I think he does kick my ass in this one. Yeah, I just use that to keep him back because he always likes to jump in at me. He's more like an anti-air person. And then he has that rush. That's like was his like finishing move in the show. But yeah, this monster does kick my ass a bit. I was just lucky to get through his move. I was trying to I was a little hasty in this fight, but you know, I just start spamming drop kicks and boom. Boom, his energy goes down quick. Now that he's down, boom, 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 boom. What, didn't finish him? And let's see. How do I finish him off? How do I finish him off? Shoryuken! K.O. You win. Yatta. And if you didn't get the joke, that came from Dragon Ball Z The Bridge from Team 4 Star's channel. So, that's where that joke come from. But I did Shoryuken him. Okay, now this last part. Sorry about that. Bad editing on my part. I died in this stage, so. Yeah. But this last part is pretty much an endurance round with all the monsters, so shouldn't be that hard. I don't know, like the last one in my my outtake, King Sphinx kicked my ass and Goldar picked up the bones. But here's a little interesting fact. You fight Cyclopses, but Green Ranger lost his powers. And in the Sentai, the 6th Ranger Burai actually died. It was something magical. Very similar to the Green Candle, but it was like a curse put on him. So, interesting fact. Like I said, I just try to give everybody equal showing time. Tommy just happened to have 2 stages, and it reminded me of another episode, but this was when he was like, you know, White Ranger. He had to fight all monsters, and now you get the final showdown with Goldar. Which Goldar is a little tough, so yeah, be careful. And yes, that is one of his regular moves where he does fly up and swipe you. I just try to stay back because he is more aggressive on here. Look at my energy. So look at my energy's going down, so I just stay back and Hadouken. Use the Street Fighter method. You know, sometimes he will leave himself open. I'm just trying to phase him so I can hit him up for some damage. But yeah, I was just throwing stuff out on him, hoping that'll hit him. Never do that in fighting games, because it'll get your butt kicked online out of these days. Boom. Try to finish him off with the Hurricane Rada. He gets me. So I was like, okay. Hadouken! Now we come to the final monster. Now, little thing. In the American TV series, yes, he did destroy all the swords. Sent them for repairs. And then they figured out, you know, changing moon was his weakness. They eventually defeat him and Rita retreats. Now, this was the final episode of Zyuranger. Basically, her Pandora's son comes back and she's pretty much more evil than her. And he's in terms of psychology. Her boss comes, which is really power up the monster. But like I said, this is like one of the only times that this form of Dragon's Web was used. Like I said, Cyclops isn't so easy. And I finish him off with that drill rush. Yeah. So yeah, we were at endgame. So basically, Reader says she won't forget this, blah blah blah. Now this was the end of the stock footage from Zoom Ranger. She just gets put back into the dump can and gets sent back into space because her son died and she cried. She loses all her magic. Now you notice Tommy's missing from here. Like I said, according to the storyline, he loses his powers, gives them to Jason. So that was Power Rangers from the game, yeah. And it just shows you all, Zord and Rangers and this was one of my favorite games to play Game Gear when I was a kid. I enjoyed playing it. I hope you enjoyed watching me play this game. There'll be more Let's Plays and more video projects to come. But I don't know what game I'm going to play next. I'm looking at Sonic 3D Blast on my Mega Collection. I'm looking at to do a review of a Street Fighter game. It's just a lot. It's just if I do a review, I have to write the material. But now we're at the. But we'll see. And we're at the end, presented by Sega Brand Presto. So, toodles. See you later.